How can I adapt classic recipes to be gluten-free and dairy-free? If you're looking to make your favorite recipes gluten-free and dairy-free, you're not alone. Many people need to make these adjustments due to dietary restrictions or preferences. Let's break down how you can do this easily and effectively. First, let's talk about substituting gluten. When a recipe calls for wheat flour, you can use a blend of gluten-free flours. A common mix includes brown rice flour, buckwheat flour, and almond meal. For example, if a recipe requires 1 cup of wheat flour, you might use 1/3 cup brown rice flour, 1/3 cup buckwheat flour, and 1/3 cup almond meal. Another key substitution is for breadcrumbs. You can use gluten-free oats or quinoa flakes blended in a blender or food processor to get the right texture. Now let's move on to dairy substitutes. If a recipe calls for milk, you can use almond milk, cashew milk, hemp milk, or coconut milk. Each of these has a different flavor and texture, so choose one that fits the recipe best. For instance, coconut milk is great when you need something thick and creamy. Buttermilk is another common ingredient that needs substituting. You can make a dairy-free buttermilk by mixing 1 cup of dairy-free milk with 1 teaspoon of lemon juice or vinegar. For cream, you can use coconut cream, tofu cream, or even cashew cream. These alternatives work well in both baking and cooking. For example, silken tofu can be used to create a rich and creamy texture in desserts and dips. When it comes to cheese, there are several dairy-free options. You can use nutritional yeast to give dishes a cheesy flavor, or opt for dairy-free cheese alternatives made from nuts or soy. Sugar is another ingredient that can be adjusted. Instead of using refined white sugar, you can opt for unrefined sugars like palm sugar, coconut sugar, or maple syrup. These sugars have more minerals and a richer flavor profile. Eggs can also be substituted in recipes. You can use pureed prunes, squash, or potatoes as egg replacers. Another option is to use flaxseed mixed with water to create a flaxseed egg. Baking powder and baking soda are crucial in many recipes. To make your own gluten-free baking powder, you can mix baking soda with cream of tartar. Lastly, don't be afraid to experiment and have fun with it. Gluten-free and dairy-free baking can be a bit trial and error, but keeping track of what works and what doesn't will help you refine your recipes over time. Save any scraps or mistakes to turn them into something else, like gluten-free bread pudding or breadcrumbs. By following these substitution tips, you can easily adapt your classic recipes to be both gluten-free and dairy-free, ensuring everyone can enjoy them, regardless of their dietary needs.